Okay, I got a little bit of an update on the nacelles. This is actually pretty funny. I almost made a mistake and glued these pieces together. These are the ones that are going to go on the starboard side, and of course they're going to be the ones that open up so you can see the inner workings. I almost made a mistake and glued it. So this is the starboard nacelle. It's detailed and it's ready for the stickers. I'll show you the port side nacelle. This one is all done and awaiting the stickers. You can see the trim work is all done. The radiator coolers on the warp nacelles are done. And got a nice... Actually, this is a pretty cool story. Instead of red paint, I actually used my wife's red nail polish for the inside clear plastic part of the nacelles, and I thought it actually came out pretty cool. The radiator fins, I had some granite gray I was using, and I didn't like the way it looked. I didn't think it was dark enough. So what I did was I went and I mixed it with some black, just enough to darken it, and that's what I used for the nacelles. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put the stickers on, the decals, and then I'll show you what the nacelles look like when they're finished. That decal, I'll tell you, really brings it together. But the problem is the decal this is the 30th anniversary edition. So this decal is pretty old. So I ordered some of the sticker set to try to, hopefully it'll get rid of that kind of yellowish kind of tint to it, make it look a little better. But hopefully that helps, showing its age on a sticker, and I don't want it to come off. And you know, I could individually cut everything out, but I don't want to mess up the alignment. But this is a nacelle that's going to come apart on the starboard side, so this half is it's all finished. Okay, so I'm going ahead and I'm doing the inside detailing of the nacelle. And you know, they give, you know, illustrations on the box and stuff, and kind of an idea what the inside should look like. But you know what? It's your enterprise. It's your imagination. So just do whatever you think the inside of the Enterprise is supposed to look like. And do that. That's what I did. It's pretty cool so far. Okay, so I've gone ahead and finished the port nacelle, and I had to modify some of the pieces that I'll show you in a little bit later. But in order for these to stay on, I don't know about your model, but the pieces don't really want to stay together. The little pegs and the tiny little holes to hold everything in place just doesn't seem to work, for me anyway. So that's one of the nacelles. Again, this is the solid nacelle. It's not the one that comes apart. And I'm doing the inner workings. I'll show you guys. Okay, so the port starboard, the port nacelle is looking pretty good. And The saucer section, after some modification, is, well, it's not perfectly together, but you do see a prominent crack. And the neck section, the secondary hull, I had to put in some stunts just to support the piece. Again, because I ran wire through the model, so I had to modify it, but it's starting to take shape. Okay, so I went ahead and I painted the base, and I put black to cover the battery pack. And I thought the gold was nice, so what I did was I went and I painted the edging on the bottom gold. And hopefully it takes away from the fact that it's got a battery pack for the lighting system on the base. And I can show you the starting of the starboard side nacelle port, the pylon. So what I got to do now is drill and figure out how I'm going to get the light into the nacelle. Okay, so as you can see, I glued the nacelles into place. Well, this one's not glued into place, but it's in position. And the starboard nacelle is finished. And I don't know about you guys, but I wasn't able to get the model to stay together that well. The pieces needed to be modified. So what I did was I put little pieces, little tabs, little tin tabs that I glued into place in order to keep them held together, because they just didn't want to hold together. I don't know if it's because I lighted the kit and it didn't really go together that well, but finagling and little bits and pieces of tab hold everything together. Like as you can see, I had to put a couple of, it doesn't look that great, I gotta figure out what to do, but I had to put a couple of tabs to hold this in position, the panel for where the neck is, because it just wasn't staying on. Now keep in mind I had to put wires back there that ran into the back that I had to hollow out, and because I put the wires, it did not fit together well. But overall, I think it looks pretty good. It's really cool. The nacelles being completed actually finished the ship. And let me show you what I did. My latest project. This is the AMT Star Trek 30th edition Cutaway Enterprise. Ever wonder what makes the Enterprise go? I did all the detail work. This is the Cutaway version, and it didn't come with a light kit, but I did install my own lighting kit, so let me go ahead and light it for you. Pretty cool. And I added the shuttlecraft because there was no shuttlecraft, so I made a little Galileo to put into the shuttle bay, and I put the lights in, and this just came out so cool. So everybody else wondering what makes the Enterprise go? How cool is that? And as you can see, the other half on the other nacelle, and this nacelle is on. Let me tell you about the little tabs that I had to make to keep the pieces together. Like I said, this ship, it's awesome. It is awesome, but the pieces didn't hold together very well. So let me, if I can, without holding the camera, like the side panel just came off. I'll take off the, as you can see, I put little tabs, little tin. I got a tin and I cut it, and what I did was I put the glue and I made it so that the tabs would hold better in place. So you can see the finished detailing of the nacelle, and that's all one piece. This was actually separate, and having to get area to put the lighting in, so when it lights up there was really limited space to put the lights. I was hoping for the effect to come through to the buzzard collector, but didn't quite make it. And it was a little bit difficult to get. There was really no space once the wires and the light bulbs went in there. But the nacelles are finished, and that pretty much completes the kit. I can take this nacelle off and I'll show you. Basically, I use the same kind of, let me just show you the tab. I took the tin and I attached it to the hull, so that when it goes in, it goes underneath the piece on the opposite side. So it holds it in place a little bit better, and I did the same thing for the bridge. And it's a little more tricky to get on. Let me see if I can, yeah, I'm gonna need two hands to get it back on. But that being said, the nacelles are finished, and that pretty much completes the model kit. Came out pretty good. I'm very pleased with it, and I'll do a video showcasing the finished model soon.